In the first days of the new millennium, an extraordinary trial opens at the High Court in London. At stake is the historical truth of the Holocaust. The plaintiff is David Irving, hailed by his supporters as the preeminent historian of the Third Reich, reviled by his critics as an apologist for the Nazis' greatest crime. Irving is fighting a one-man libel action against American scholar Deborah Lipstadt and her publisher Penguin Books over her 1993 book, Denying the Holocaust. She has branded Irving a dangerous revisionist, claiming he bends historical evidence to match his own ideological agenda. Irving counters that Lipstadt has conspired to ruin his reputation and threaten his livelihood. In a US court, Irving would have to prove Lipstadt's accusation is not only false, but made with reckless disregard for the truth. In Britain, the burden of proof is the other way round. The law sides with Irving unless Lipstadt can prove that her statements are true. So the outcome of the case is by no means certain. No cameras are allowed in court. So this program will reconstruct with actors key exchanges from the trial. We will also explore the evidence presented by David Irving and by his opponents to trace the tragic record of the Holocaust. David Irving will represent himself in the trial, mounting his case alone and without legal support. Against him, the defense, headed by Richard Rampton, has marshaled a team of historians and experts who have worked for more than a year to assemble a mass of documents and evidence. Defendant Deborah Lipstadt will exercise her right not to speak during the trial, since she refuses to debate with people she considers to be Holocaust deniers. Over the course of 3 months, the trial will raise fundamental issues about the responsibility of historians in recording and interpreting an unimaginable human tragedy. It will also put on trial the historical truth of the Holocaust itself.
Court, rise.
Jamie, sister. Chinese sister. Love is with your brother. Hey, yeah. Cry, little sister. Come to your brother. Yeah. Chinese sister. Love is with your brother. Cry, sister.
For Irving, the roof of Crematorium 2 provides the linchpin of his case against the gas chambers. Eyewitness accounts speak of gas pellets being poured into the gas chambers through holes in the roof. But according to Irving, there is no sign of these holes.
Professor Van Pelt, we're wasting our time, really, are we not? There were never any holes in that roof. There are no holes in that roof today. There were never 4 holes through that roof. They cannot have poured cyanide capsules through that roof. The concrete evidence is still there. You yourself have stood on that roof and looked for those holes and not found them. Our experts have stood on that roof and not found them. The holes were never there. What do you have to say to that?
I would just say, why don't we put up a picture of the roof and look at the roof in the present condition? The roof is a mess. The roof is absolutely a mess. A large part of the roof is in fragments. The concrete has many different colors. You pretend that you are talking about a piece which is intact. It is not.
You do accept, do you not, Professor Van Pelt, that if you were to go to Auschwitz the day after tomorrow with a trowel and clean away the gravel and find a reinforced concrete hole where we anticipate it would be on your drawings, then this would make an open and shut case, and I would happily abandon my action immediately.
I think I cannot comment on this. I'm an expert on Auschwitz and not on the way you run your case.
After 31 days, David Irving lost his libel action. Deborah Lipstadt's defense had cost $3 million. In his verdict, the Honorable Mr. Justice Gray said, Irving has, for his own ideological reasons, persistently and deliberately misrepresented and manipulated historical evidence. For the same reasons, he has portrayed Hitler in an unwarrantedly favorable light, principally in his relation towards and responsibility for the treatment of the Jews. He is an active Holocaust denier. He is anti-Semitic and racist, and he associates with right-wing extremists who promote neo-Nazism.